In this video, I'm going to show you how to format cells in Excel. So I've got some categories here of things that you might want to formats that you might want to have in Excel. And I'm working in Excel 2010, but it should be pretty similar for just about any version of Excel that you will be using. Maybe the really early versions, not so much, but I can show you a couple different ways to do it. So first here we have a short date, and that's usually uh, month, date, year, or however you would like to show it. So today's what? It's the 19th. So I'm just going to type in 4/19/14. And I'm going to show you a long date in this next cell. So I'm just going to do the same thing there. And right now it's 8:30. So a short date. So maybe I'm going to just bold this so they stand out more. Maybe we want all of this column to be short dates. So I'm going to highlight this column by, you see how the arrow appears right now. It's this black downward facing arrow as I'm hovering over A. I'm just going to click that to highlight the whole column here. And I'm in my Home tab here. And over to the right, you'll see this box here, and it says General. So this is your format section here. So if you go ahead and click on the drop down box here, you can choose short date, and nothing happens because it's already a short date. But maybe you don't want 2000 in there. You don't want the 20 because everybody knows that it's we're in the 2000s. So go ahead, and as this is highlighted, just right click on it to bring up your context menu. Go down to Format Cells. And this gives you a whole big selection of different ways that you can set the date. So maybe this is how I want it. Maybe I just want 4/19/14. I don't need any garbage there. Or maybe I want 04/14 or 19/14. There's a whole bunch of different options you have here. So I'm just going to choose this first one and just click OK. So now the long date. You can just go down to long date. There we go. We have the day and the date all spelled out. Um, Sorry about that. And then now, so we'll move on to column C. Highlight that. So this column is going to be for time. So it defaults to general, which is just kind of just a generic way that information is entered into cells. So we're going to click on there, and we want to click on time. So there we go. We have, the hour, the minute, seconds, and AM or PM. Maybe we want it slightly different. So again, right-click, Format Cells, and you can choose. Maybe you just want it to say 8:30 AM and not have the seconds there. So there's all these different ways that you can do it. Fractions are kind of interesting. I've never used this before until today, so I just haven't had the need to. So I'm just going to do 0.5, and that's how it shows up right now. And then maybe we'll do 1.25. Just do a couple different examples here. 3.6667, I guess. There's a couple different examples there. So we're going to highlight this column and go up. And you might see that it says the word up here, but that's just this header word, so it's a little bit confusing. But so we go down to fraction here. And as you can see, it adjusts all of them to fractions. The value is still the same as what you entered, but it shows up as a fraction. So we'll do the same for this. So percentage, so 0.5, 1.25, and then how about 3? We'll see how this looks. So I'm going to highlight the whole column here. And if you want, you can just do it that way. You can just highlight what you have there. I just have a tendency to to designate columns for one thing, so I like to highlight the whole column. Do whatever works best for you. So I'll go down to percentage, and it changes it to a percentage. Maybe you don't want those zeros there. Maybe you don't care about what's beyond the decimal point. So you can see right below this box here, there's the little increase or decrease decimal. So we're going to click on the decrease, and as you can see, the zeros disappear. But maybe we want 4 decimal points. Just click the increase. Whatever works best for you. Currency. So we'll just do a couple examples here. So same deal. That. Go down to currency. And there you go. They add the decimal points in there. I'm going to Control Z to undo this. Something else you can do is accounting. It just lines up the dollar signs over on the left and the money on the right. So you can look fancy doing it that way if that's how you prefer. But I just like straight up currency there. Custom. Custom is awesome. So I'm just going to give you an example that that I've used before. Is maybe you want a very specific number format, and in this example, I'm just going to go with a credit card number. A lot of times in Excel, they stop letting you enter numbers after 15 numbers. So a credit card number would be, I'll just do 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So what Excel, see right there, it doesn't like you entering all these numbers. And as you can see, it changes this last number to a 0. Why does it change it to a 0? Because it cannot handle that many iterations. Okay. This does nobody any good. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to highlight this column again. I'm going to, let's see, go down to, you know what, I'm just going to right click here because that's what's easiest for me. And I'll drag this box over here. So I'm going to go down to custom. And the way I want this is I want it, 4 numbers, 4 numbers, 4 numbers, 4 numbers. And I don't want it to change the last number to a 0 because that's ridiculous. That's an important number. So I'm going to type, you can see this box here is selected. And it's just general because that's just the generic setting. So I'm just going to enter the number sign. So the pound, 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 space, same deal. So that's, I want 4 numbers, space, 4 numbers, space, 4 numbers, space, 4 numbers. Maybe you want a different layout. Maybe you want to do hours, minutes, seconds, AM, PM, month, date, year. You can see the abbreviations. If you want 2 days, you can enter DD, 2 numbers. So maybe you want, like, for example, up here you'd want 04. You can do it that way. For the year, if you want a 4-digit year, Y, 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 all of that. Sorry if it's a little confusing. Once you figure it out, it's really simple to create your own custom numbers. And these are, I have no idea what these are for. I've never used them. I've just kind of done other stuff here. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. And it did not. It changed that to a 4 or to a 0. Well, that doesn't work. Maybe we'll get rid of the spaces here. See what this does. That doesn't work. So in this case, it didn't do what I said it would. I'm not always a pro here. So a solution that I will offer is, again, right click on format cells and enter text. So text will keep it exactly how you type it in there. Just exactly. So we're going to delete that now, and we're just going to type our 4, 1, 2, 3, 4s, and there we go. So it saves exactly what you type in there. It'll give you this little warning that, hey, this is a number, but you have it stored as text. That's fine. You can just ignore that. Um, but that's how that works in here. So hopefully this was helpful to you. Sorry about not being positive on this one, but the rest are cool dice, and feel free to experiment with the different options you have. And thanks for tuning in today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check out my website, sallyu.com. Find me on Twitter, and have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.